Hey guys, in one of my previous videos I showed you how to save each worksheet as a separate workbook using Python. So let's take this Excel file as an example. This spreadsheet contains 5 different worksheets. After executing the script from that video, we will have 5 separate files. Whereas each workbook now only contains one sheet. And this sheet is a 101 copy of the original one, meaning all formulas and formatted cells are still in there. I then got a question how to copy and paste only the values from the source file, so that the final output will look like this, where all the formulas got converted to values. And this is exactly what I'm going to do in this video, so let's get into it. Before diving into this example, let me explain how to return the used range and current region from Excel, as we will need this later in the video. To get started, I will install the xlwings library. You can install the module by typing pip install xlwings in your command prompt or terminal. Once we've gotten that out of the way, I will import xlwings as xw. Additionally, I'm going to import path from 𝗟𝗡𝗡. 𝗟𝗡𝗡 is a standard module introduced with Python 3.4, so no additional installation is required. Next, I will load the workbook. This example Excel file is located in the same directory as my Jupyter notebook. I will be using the first worksheet, so at index position 0. And with that in place, I can now apply the used range property on the sheet. The used range describes the area in the worksheet that has data in it, like in my example where I have a used range from cell A1 to D5. On the other hand, the current region is used on a range. For example, the range could be only a single cell. In Excel, it is like pressing Shift-Control-Space on your keyboard. As long as the cells are consecutive or touching each other, xlwings will include it in our current region. In our example, the current region would be from cell A1 to C3. In both cases, so used range and current region, xlwings will return a range object. We could now use this object to get the cell address as a string. And with that in mind, I will close this workbook and move on to the use case I showed you in the intro. In my example folder, I got the Excel file that includes 5 different sheets. Before copying the values, I will set up the input and output paths. The Excel file is located in the example folder and it's called data.xlsx. I want to save each worksheet to an output directory. If this output directory doesn't exist, I will create it using the 𝗟𝗡𝗡 module. Then I will open up the Excel instance and set the visibility to false so that Excel will start in the background. With our Excel instance, I will load the workbook. On our workbook, I'm going to iterate over the sheets. For each sheet, I'm returning the address of the used range and store it in a variable. With that in place, I will create a new workbook. This fresh workbook will look like this and contains already one sheet at index position 0. And here comes the trick. I will now use the range address we have stored earlier to copy only the values to the same range in the new workbook. Once done, I will save the workbook to our output directory. For the file name, I will use the sheet name. Last but not least, I will close the workbook. And if I execute this cell, we will see our new output folder. To validate that it worked, I will open up one file. As you can see, this file now only contains the values. Okay guys, and that is all for this tutorial. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.